Welcome to Top Gun Options Tuesday SITREP, and obviously the biggest thing on this morning's radar, the delayed jobs report. The jobs report delayed due to the government shutdown, so we're getting it this morning. The non-farm payrolls came in at $148, obviously well below the 182,000. Previous months were revised, actually up from 169,000 up to 193, but this really doesn't take into account the government shutdown here, folks, or the folks who got booted and temporarily booted. So this is a extremely weak number, not including what's been going on with our Washington clown cars. So very poor numbers, and as you would expect, futures go through the roof. Why? Because we're back in Bizarro Market. We talked about this. This has been my theme. I think we've kind of nailed this all along. And the overall unemployment rate went down, okay, from 7.3 to 7.2. The labor force participation rate stayed flat. And as you all know, since you watch Top Gun Options or you're traders in my services, you know that the labor force participation rate is at its lowest in about 30 years. People just aren't involved in this job market. You guys know that 45% of Americans on quote disability, Social Security disability, aren't disabled, right? And I showed you that one report from a Social Security disability judge that said if Americans knew what was going on with Social Security disability, half would be enraged and the other half would apply. Again, these job numbers aren't good, but in Bizarro Market, they're great. That means the Fed's going to hang out for a little bit. It's sad. Average hourly earnings going down. So we're squeezing the most out of the workforce that's out there, and we're paying them a little less. And couldn't agree more with this report out of Goldman Sachs. It doesn't matter what today's payroll print was going to be. It's going to be great for stocks. So obviously Goldman Sachs is watching everything that we're doing here at Top Gun Options. We're starting to see Wall Street, we're halfway through Q3 earnings, and again, they're porridge. They're really not too hot, not too cold. But the reason they're not too cold is because, as you know, if you can't hit the ball over the net, Wall Street does what? They lower the net. So I get ready to go up, folks. Couldn't agree more with Mark Faber. And this guy is the ultimate bear, right? He wrote the book Gloom, Doom, Boom Report. He's saying, hey, the Fed could actually add to their quantitative easing program. And I think he's right. And we're getting ready for what? A couple months from now, that can that has been kicked so far down the road was only kicked about 3 months. We're going to get back into this. And I think we covered this the other day, but we had a huge buyer of volatility in the VIX on Friday. Big bull call spread out to February, up in the upper 20s. I think it was like the 26.28 or 27.29. Paid about $7 million for that trade. So the smart money knows that with one hand they're buying, and with the other hand they're getting protection. And as the analogy we use here at Top Gun Options and getting ready for a live trading session here at 9 a.m. is we're playing musical chairs, and eventually the music is going to stop. It's got to stop eventually. The Fed can't put the safety net under the market forever, and when it stops, it's going to be ugly. Until that point, you can't fight the Fed, and you can't fight the tape. So as we say here at Top Gun Options, smoke your hopium, and we go up. So here we are. Bad jobs report. Market goes up. We're in Bizarro Market, and we're going to trade the hell of it here at Top Gun Options. We have a bearish double vertical on the VIX that I closed out yesterday, probably a day early, but about $5,000 or $6,000 in profit in a week and a half on a bearish bet on volatility. Now, the VIX probably with this market rally today is going to get back to its resting heart rate, right there around 12-ish, 12.5-ish. Now is the time to get bullish on volatility. Remember, and you should have this written down, when vol is cheap, you buy it. When it's expensive, you sell it. And that's the mantra we live by here at Top Gun Options. All right, folks, got to run. I'll be back with tomorrow's SITREP as well here at Top Gun Options. If you're not in our primary live trade briefs, you should be, because we've been absolutely crushing it year to date. Give us a call, 888-308-2112. That phone number is right on the TGO homepage to get one of our live trading or not live trading services. Just call that number and we'll find the program that's right for you. Okay, happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.